all-important look at Milwaukee. Greg looking to assume command of this series. It's appeared to be pretty evenly matched, though, thus far.
But they're the higher seed, and this is when that comes into play. In essence, a 3-game series now with 2 of those at home. They gotta like their chances.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Butler out there with Green, and it's Payton in at the small forward position.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Bucks passing it around. Prince kicks to Lillard. Atop the key, Prince. 5 to shoot. Antetokounmpo passes to Prince. 3-pointer, Lillard. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Curry against Prince. Pass to Butler. Hield with it. Here's the 3. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, watching Hield shoot is quite astonishing. He does a great job of establishing his feet as a foundation for his 3-point shot.
And Lillard kicks to Trent. Kicks it out to Prince. Giannis down low. Lopez, no luck.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim.
In this one. And the first one at the line is good.
Butler gives you so much toughness and determination. This guy can really impact what the culture of your team is all about.
Some changes here for the Bucks. Sims is checked in, and it's Jackson in for Taurean Prince. Bucks have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Lillard dishes to Jackson. A floater, and Antetokounmpo lays it up and in.
So hard to stop down low. Giannis gets around the basket and feels like within 8 feet he's going to dunk just about anything.
Outside, Payton. Back to Hield. A leaner. No good off the back of the rim. Bucks have gone 2 for 4 for the field so far today. Here's Lillard. Green with the block.
You can see Draymond Green so fired up every time he has a chance to impact the game defensively.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lillard. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Trent can't hit.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Jimmy's got the ball. Jimmy can be a menace, so Butler keeping the defense guessing there.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Different look here for the Warriors. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Draymond Green. Kuminga comes in for Payton. Moody's checked in for Hield. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Curry. Porter finds Lopez. Outside, Porter. Outside, Green. Prince in the corner. Got a piece of it. Back to Green. Pass to Porter. Launches it. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Porter with the steal. He's looking for Prince and finds him. The shot, no good. Nice defense from Kuminga. Knocked away. And it's the Bucks on the break. Lopez kicks to Giannis. Pass to Prince. Back to Antetokounmpo. Prince outside. Porter inside. He's defended by Podziemski. Prince's shot is good.
A good shooter and has some range. Taurean Prince welcoming all catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Butler deciding where to go with it. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Tie game in Milwaukee. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Welcome back to playoff basketball on 2K Sports. This is the Eastern Conference Final. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Gary Payton II is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Moody in at the two-guard spot. Lillard, the pass to Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
For his career, Damian Lillard, one of the best free throw shooters in the history of the league. And he gets there a lot, too.
That free throw missing. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. So he comes up empty at the line.
And not what we're accustomed to seeing from him at all from the free throw line.
Kept alive. No one near Payton as he lets it go. His three-pointer's off the mark. The Bucks train. Outside Jackson. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Looking for a breather. And maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Trent comes in for Green. Trent goes in. It's rebounded by Golden State. They'd like to continue the success they had on Friday night here.
And you know what? Sometimes it's hard to say whether or not defensively you were on your game. But bottom line is their opponent didn't shoot it well. And you got to take some of the credit from a defensive standpoint.
No question they deserve some credit, but they were really helped out by what was a very shaky performance on the other side. Nobody on that squad had a night they want to remember.
Warriors have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. There's the lob to the hoop.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And Lillard kicks to Trent. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Nice find by Lillard. He deserves some recognition for that kind of passing.
The Warriors leader. And stolen by Lillard. And it's Trent in the corner. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. So it's both teams making substitutions here. .152 left in the first half of the game. The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Lillard finds Kuzma. Back to Lillard. Prince outside. Shot clock at 6. Kuzma passes to Prince. Lillard from outside. And it's Curry with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Payton, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga.
Warriors substitution. Number 0, Gary Payton II.
We've got 1:18 left to play here in the second quarter. Payton passes to Butler. Inside. Green dishes to Butler. Just 5 to shoot. The shot by Payton, no good. Basket here gets them back in front.
And it's been a long time coming, partner.
That puts them in the lead. Lillard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Bucks.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice play.
Golden State moving it around. Payton against Prince. Now here's Curry. Defense is right there. Healed from outside. Rebound, Milwaukee. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Lillard with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Lillard with the bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Warriors trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
To stop the drought. Wow, Curry, automatic from deep.
Go ahead and frame that. That's Steph Curry, the best to ever do it. It's art.
Here's Lillard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Stephen Curry. The Bucks have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight, and he makes the first. And the Bucks making a change here. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Just 4 seconds left in the first half. And no good. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks lead by 3. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hey folks, first half of Game 5 in the books. It's been a tight contest for Golden State.
I'm not seeing their activity on D. Right now, the game is close, but it could turn on them unless they up the effort.
I agree. If they let this slip away, it's because their defense let them down.
Seeing how things are, that is more than enough.
So glad to have you with us here as we bring you more action from courtside at Game 5. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
There must be ice water in his veins. Such an important game, and he plays superb basketball in that opening half.
Still interesting to see if in this second half he can find ways to get to those same spots.
The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Green, and it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Off on the layup. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 3, and Green slams it in.
If he can get his steps together, Draymond Green will throw it down.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And the Bucks with some changes. Sims is checked in, and Trent subbed in for Green. Porter kicks to Prince. Back to Porter. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Trent passes to Antetokounmpo. Trent gets the bucket. Trent's got his second basket of the night.
Well, if you're not outside, you got to be inside. Nice touch by Gary Trent Jr.
Trent against Teal. Pass to Curry. With a tie. Stephen Curry. What a shooter.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Green. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Green's got his second bucket.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Here's Porter. No good on that one. Good D by Payton. It's up a 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Prince finds Porter. Prince up top, defended by Payton. Antetokounmpo passes to Prince. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And Green slams it in.
That's a terrific pass right there by Jimmy Butler. Just wants to win.
Bucks trail by 4. To halt the run. Antetokounmpo, no good. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Hield with the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And a wide open look for Porter. Buries the long-range jumper. Porter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
And coach is looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And Milwaukee with a whole new lineup now. Different look here for the Warriors. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Green. Kuminga comes in for Gary Payton. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Hield. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Stephen Curry. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. So it'll be Jimmy Butler shooting. It's on Damian Lillard. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Always one of the hardest workers on his team. Jimmy Butler knows how to win.
Here's Lillard. Yes! And the foul. It's on Jimmy Butler.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in.
Hey, Lillard has all the talent in the world, but, man, this guy is a great leader. Lots of charisma, and he holds his teammates accountable.
He locks up the alley-oop pass. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter.
You take a look at Giannis in his first year as opposed to now. That strength coming into play now.
Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Back to Butler. Here's Moody. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Bucks have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Back to Giannis. Jackson against Kuminga. Green, the pass to Lillard. To the tie. It's not going to go for him. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. The Warriors on top. They lead by 2. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
We're playing fine. Everything's good. The turnover.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. With the game in the balance, coach was calm in the huddle. His main message, execution. Told his team to make sure to remember what they talked about during shoot-around. We've got a great ending in store, guys.
Thank you, David. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Jonathan Kuminga out there with Trace Jackson Davis. Then there's Moody. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Spencer in the corner. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. So it's the Bucks now. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Warriors shooting well. 50% from the floor. Butler. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Jimmy determined there just to get.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. Real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for the Bucks. That free throw good from Butler. So he gets them both. The Bucks trail. Giannis kicks to Prince. Back to Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Lopez. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
It's on Jimmy Butler.
Taurean Prince has such a great motor, and the physical nature of his play, you got to appreciate that aggressiveness.
And both free throws good for Prince. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Lillard against Curry. Curry to the rim. And that one good.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Here's Lillard. Curry with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
No chance. Giannis, too much length.
Prince kicks to Antetokounmpo. Prince, the pass to Giannis. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff. Dunks sometimes get vicious.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Sims is checked in. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Antetokounmpo. Jackson, he's checked in for Prince. And Trent subbed in for Damian Lillard.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Trent kicks to Porter. Back to Trent. 6 to shoot. Here's Kuzma. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Kuzma's got his first 2 points.
And Kuz on the cruise with that bucket.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. Driving the lane. And a missed layup. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Porter finds Kuzma. It's Trent on the wing. Kuzma against Butler. Near the three-point line, it's Porter, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
This team needed someone to step up, and it's Kevin Porter Jr., the former first-round pick with a huge basket.
Green with a screen for Curry. A 3-ball. Curry with another miss. Milwaukee leading by 4. 1:02 left in the fourth. Comes up empty down low. Golden State's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. They get it back. Green kicks to Curry. Outside, Green. The tray. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And the Bucks with some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Green comes in for Kevin Porter. And it's Damian Lillard in for Trent. Antetokounmpo finds Green. Bucks passing it around. Butler against Antetokounmpo. Green passes to Lillard. Outside for Jackson. There's Green with the 3. It's rebounded by Payton. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
You know, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Green with a screen on Lillard. And a deep 3 from Curry. Can't get the 3 to fall. And so they choose to intentionally foul. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. This was a pivotal game in the series so far, and they were able to keep their heads straight, get the job done, and take the all-important 3-2 lead.
Now they can breathe just a little bit easier, knowing they're just one win away from closing this thing out. Had they lost this game, the pressure on them would have been huge.
Just gigantic, you're right. And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thank you, Kevin. Giannis, when your group is sharing the ball like this, how dangerous is this team?
We can be really dangerous. You know, everybody can make shots. Everybody on the floor of the basketball.
All right, David, thanks so much. And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.